What is up, everybody? History Behind the Horror here, and for today's video we will be taking a look at the Sadist from The Evil Within. Now, this game does have a big variety of different characters in it, so if you do enjoy this video and you would like to see more characters done from The Evil Within, make sure you give this video a like, share it, and put in a comment for what character you want to see me do next. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. He appears as a very large man wearing a spiked metal mask which covers most of his face, a bloodied and dirty white tank top, and brown trousers. His main weapon is a large chainsaw which he uses when attacking and pursuing Sebastian. The Sadist is the first enemy directly encountered during the game in Chapter 1. Despite acquiring the knife shortly before encountering the Sadist, it is not possible to kill him without going to extreme measures. The player should instead flee and attempt to hide from him. After escaping him at the beginning of the game, the player faces the Sadist again as a boss encountered at the end of Chapter 3. The Sadist must be killed during this encounter as the player requires his chainsaw to unlock a gate that is blocking the way. Killing it with a stealth kill unlocks the Knife Beats Chainsaw achievement. Despite his apparent death, the Sadist appears again in Chapter 6, breaking through a large door and attacking Sebastian after he is separated from Joseph. He behaves the same as in Chapter 3, except there is significantly less space to avoid his attacks. The Sadist is encountered once more in Chapter 15, this time armed with a rocket launcher. After firing his rocket at the player, the Sadist will again switch to the chainsaw as his main weapon until his final defeat. Due to a glitch, he may not react to the player's presence, therefore making it an easy kill. Labeled as Subject CB212 in STEM reports, the Sadist was a convicted murderer connected to the STEM system. Like the Keeper, his objective was to destroy all other STEM test subjects in order to escape. While killing various hunted, he encountered the Keeper's daughter, who initially thought the Sadist was a good person because he too was killing the monsters. However, when she tried to assist Sadist in helping collect memory tokens, he grew angry. Fearing for her life, she fled him without his noticing. In order to halt STEM's influence over his daughter and get out, the Keeper was instructed to kill Sadist to advance, confronting Sadist in the Victoriano's family barn. He is slower than the Keeper, but is capable of inflicting considerable damage and can block the Keeper's hammer attacks with his chainsaw. Though he appears powerful, if the player can temporarily immobilize Sadist with a barbed wire trap, it is easy to deal heavy damage while he is incapacitated. This unlocks the Sadist chainsaw as a weapon that can be used by the player, available for purchase in the upgrade store. Sadist is also the first boss to be encountered in the DLC. A separate Sadist known as the RPG Sadist is the 5th enemy boss in the Executioner. Though its appearance is exactly the same as the Sadist, aside from weapon choice, it is called Subject CB205 and was listed as an ex-soldier in the real world. Upon defeat, its RPG is unlocked and available to buy in the upgrade store. Did you know? His appearance and weapon of choice bears a strong resemblance to Leatherface, the main antagonist of the Chainsaw Massacre franchise. He is also very similar to the Chainsaw Man from Resident Evil 4. When the Sadist first appears in Chapter 1, if the player goes for a stealth kill, they can kill Sadist. This requires 16 attacks, with the player returning to hide in a locker nearby between each attack. It is only really beneficial at Nightmare difficulty, as it is high risk and time consuming. This enemy is worth 5,000 gel. Before I give my final thoughts on this video, I would like to give a special shout out to Azriel for being History Behind the Horror's very first supporter on our Patreon page. Thank you so much for the pledge. It really does help out the channel, and it is very, very, very much appreciated. As far as final thoughts go for the Sadist, I would say he was the biggest selling point for me when I first heard about the Evil Within, or I should say when I first seen the trailer for the Evil Within. I did get a Chainsaw Massacre kind of feel from the Sadist, being in that scene when you're first hanging upside down and he's in a room right across from you butchering human body parts into pieces. I'm a big fan of the Chainsaw Massacre series, so that at that point I was like, oh, I have to buy the Evil Within. But sadly, the Sadist really wasn't the biggest antagonist of this game. We had a lot more characters, and ones that are a lot more interesting than the Sadist. This character really had not too much information on it, which is disappointing because I really did like this character. But as the game progressed on and on, I found myself liking other characters more and more because he pretty much was branded as the crazy guy with the chainsaw. So, still a cool character. I just wish he had a real background story to him, but sadly he didn't. So, I guess that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for checking this video out. If you did enjoy it, make sure you check out the other videos we got posted. We got some Evil Within. I can't remember the last character did with Evil Within. It was like about a few months ago, but we got one more other Evil Within. Oh, it was the Keeper. And we have some Outlast 2 videos out and things of that sort. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you check it out. Make sure you check out the Patreon page if you feel like being generous and you want to support the show and you really do like the things we do over here on the channel. And make sure you subscribe because we got more things coming up soon that I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss. So on that note, thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, I will see you on the next episode of History Behind the Horror.